I'm Anil Kumar and I'm taking a few examples to show you how to find product of the function and some characteristics. The question here is f of x equals to x square minus 1 and g of x equals to 4 minus x square. Find end behavior for the graph of f times g of x. So let's first find out our function f times g of x. So f times g, f is x square minus 1 and g of x is 4 minus x square. So we can actually factor these. So what do we get? Here we get x plus 1 times x minus 1. Here we get 2 minus x times 2 plus x, correct? I could actually write this as, it's good to write this as x minus 2. So I'll take away minus here and write this as x minus 2, right? I'm just changing the order just because I want to write this first. And then I could write this as x plus 2, and we already have x plus 1 times x minus 1. The question here is find the end behavior of the graph of f times g of x. Now what you notice here is we have degree of a polynomial, so that's a polynomial, right? So it is a polynomial. Degree is how much? So degree is 4. And what is the leading coefficient? Leading coefficient is negative. Do you see that? So from here you know the end behavior. So if I have to sketch this function kind of, then the end behavior is going to be both side down. Do you see that? Both side down. So that gives us the answer for the end behavior. So end behavior is when x approaches minus infinity, y approaches minus infinity. That is this side. Do you see that? When x approaches positive infinity, y approaches negative infinity. This side. Do you see that? So that is the end behavior. If you want, you can sketch the function and check it yourself also, right? So what you have here is a polynomial which has zeros at plus minus 1 and plus minus 2. So let's say that is the first 0, second 0, third 0 and fourth 0, and all are linear zeros, right? That means the graph is going to cross the line at those zeros, correct? And since the graph crosses, we can actually sketch our polynomial function, and you can also find the y-intercept, right? So that means if I put 0 here, so what happens? You get 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. As far as the positive and negative are concerned, we go 1, 2, 3 negative, so we are expecting a negative answer, right? Negative 4 is your x-intercept, oh sorry, y-intercept, right? So here we can say y-intercept is minus of 0 minus 2, 0 plus 2, 0 plus 1, 0 minus 1, which is minus 4, right? Let me sketch this one function now. So let's say we have kind of like this. That is how the graph is going to be, right? And as we found, this point here should be minus 4. Anyway, this is not a part of the question, but that's part of our understanding. End behavior, you can clearly see, is that when x approaches negative infinity, y approaches negative infinity. And when x approaches positive infinity, y approaches positive infinity. So that is how you can answer these questions. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.